Hello there, my dudes. It's me, the Dragon Sage, and today I'm going to be looking at some weird weapons. The weapons from Midgard. So pretty much, Midgard decided that fighters were too boring, and they decided that they were going to make they would make some new weapons that had special abilities, like dismounting or have poison on them or a ton of other things. And I'm going to admit, some of you are going to immediately point out that these are extremely overpowered. Disclaimer, I don't think some of these are kind of underpowered and some of these are kind of overpowered, but if you do put these in your campaign and the weapons turn out to be overpowered, make sure to allow the enemies to use them as well so they don't get wrecked. Like completely wrecked and depressing music plays as they're all slaughtered. First we have the Dwarven Tijno. Now this is pretty much an axe, but it has to be wielded with two hands, a great axe. It deals 2d4 piercing damage, and you can then try to use it to force somebody off their, grab somebody and like force them off their mount. I honestly don't like this axe at all because it does around the same amount of damage as a great sword, requires you to use both hands, costs a good amount of money, and then you almost never have to use its ability. Like, name 2 times when you've had to either fight on or fight against somebody on a mount. 2 times. I bet you could barely get past 1.
We have no magic glade axe. This is just like a glade axe, but you have a shuddering strike, which is where when you attack, you may also use a action to make an attack roll against a weapon. The first time, it just gives the weapon disadvantage. The second time, it just breaks the weapon. Then, as a reaction, you can attempt to disarm somebody.
I have one word for this. Why? This is so broken. What is wrong with you, Midgard? I mean, Colpult Bress. Don't let your monsters yield this. I take that back what I said about monsters getting to yield this stuff too. Unless your party has a lot of gold and they have no way to spend it. Just no. God, no. Now we have the Nurain Hook. This is a simple weapon, which has the light and finesse property, so it can be wielded with both hands, and can be used by dexterity-based characters. Trickster Cleric, I have one word. What can I say except you're welcome? For this hefty weapon, you'll never have to wield just 2 daggers again. And this is a bad ripoff. Why did I do this? Oh god.
We have the Northernlands Astok. This is a sword, but it does piercing damage and it only deals 1d6. But when it hits a creature with AC 16 or higher, it does an extra 1d6 piercing damage. Also, you can thrust it at a guy with heavy armor, and they can only gain a bonus from their dexterity. Then you can also blunting blade and just whack them with it. There's no point for that last ability, but I really recommend this if your DM if your DM just loves to place down those hobgoblin warlords and annoying guys with the AC of 1055 just because of their armor.
Say I recommend this, I mean I recommend this as long as you also have a normal weapon with you. Then we have the Scorpion Stilito. So, warning, this is an illegal blade because it's made for assassinations. So, the first ability of this is you can go Assassin's Creed and attempt to hide it from people. Like, you're in Assassin's Creed, I guess. Then you can release venom from it, which is normally Emerald Scorpion Venom. And this stuff, my god, why did you create this? So, first, at the beginning of each one of the creature's turns, they must succeed on a D16 Constitution saving throw. If they fail, they take 7d6 poison damage, and half as much on a successful save. But now you're thinking, oh, that only lasts for like 1 turn, right? No, it doesn't. They have to keep doing this until they get 3. 3 successful saves, or they're magically cured. If you have a poor constitution, I'm sorry, you're dead. You're just straight up dead. Just be gone, or unless you're immune to poison damage. But unless you're one of those two things, my goodness, you're a dead man. Just rip. Okay, but in all seriousness, why does a assassin wield a hatchet? Why? And we have the Daikama blade, aka the Fang blade, which is pretty much a dagger. So the first thing this weapon can do is it can do a bloody wound, which means it hits you. It doesn't deal any damage at first, but then each turn the creature takes 1d6 slashing damage after that. And it can only be stopped by magic healing or a DC 10 medicine check. And then you can also twist the blade, even if you're using the bloody wound, and deal 1d4 slashing damage, which I'm just going to say is vicious, man. Like, that's good. Maybe a little OP, but not too OP. Then we have a Promethean Ponadard, which is a sword, but in its handle, you can pop out a little dagger and attempt to shank somebody with it. And you can use it as a bonus action, like you're wielding both of them. I guess this is nice. I mean, it's kind of weird, but I mean, for aesthetic looks, I mean, it's awesome. And then your dagger is actually a scorpion stiletto. Yep, that's why I'll never be a supervillain. We have the composite bow, which it deals 1d12 piercing damage. You need to have the strength of 14 in order to wield it properly without getting disadvantage on your attack rolls with it. And it's heavy, so I guess it's meant for like big guys. You can actually get a penalty with your strength modifier for something called a power shot, but if you hit, you deal your strength and your dexterity, and then you can do a staggering shot, which you don't take extra attacks, and for some reason, then the opponent has its speed reduced to 0. That's kind of broken, but okay. Well, that pretty much does it for the video. I hope you liked it, and I hope you subscribe. Remember, this is for Midgard only. And I would say something clever, but I don't have anything. Yay!